Hello everybody and welcome to our monthly roundtable. Today we have a very exciting product that is being launched on the market that we have Jen here to talk to us about. I'm filling in for Miss Susan today. She is not in town. So we'll get started on talking about our Daxxify product.
Yeah. Let's introduce ourselves.
Yes.
Over here we have Mr. Ronnie. He's one of our medical technicians and nurses here. I'm Derek. I am the director of the Laser Center. This is Jen, and she is going to be talking about Daxxify, and she also works with the RHA collection. And then Ashley is one of our nurses and a esthetician with us down in the Laser Center. So Jen.
So my friends.
So let's discuss this new exciting market-changing product that you're launching.
It's been a long time coming, and we're very excited to finally be sitting here talking about Daxxify. I am thrilled to be able to offer it to our friends here at the Renaissance Center, who have been supporters of Revance Aesthetics from the beginning.
We love it.
So
love the RHA line.
collection of HA fillers. They do so well with it here, and all of your patients love it. And now you're going to be able to offer your patients Daxxify. So what Daxxify is a long-acting neuromodulator. So what that means essentially is a version of Botox that lasts up to 6 months. So what's really unique about Daxxify, first of all, in the neuromodulator or the toxin space, there really has not been any innovation since Botox launched for cosmetic in 2002. So it's 20 plus years that it's been the same formulation with the exception of a couple little different tweaks, but essentially the same formulation that gives you 3 to 4 months duration. So you're coming in every 3 to 4 months to be retreated. And here we have Daxxify now, which we're bringing to the market, and it's the first innovation. And what's different about Daxxify is not only the extended duration that you can expect from it, up to 6 months without wrinkles. What's giving that result is the fact that the formulation is different. And what I mean by that is the fact that Daxxify is powered by peptide technology. So it's the first time in the history of neuromodulators that a neuromodulator is powered by a peptide. Peptides, as you probably know, are naturally occurring proteins in the body. If you've been treated by Derek or Ashley, I'm sure they've recommended peptide-powered facial skincare products. And now you have a neuromodulator that's powered by a peptide. And not only is it a peptide, but it's a positively charged peptide. And that's going to be the key to the duration of Daxxify, is that positively charged peptide. Reason being that positively charged peptide is seeking out the negative components of the neurotoxin and taking it back to basic algebra. Positive and negative make a positive charge, right? So the positive peptide is seeking out the negative components of the neurotoxin and anchoring it to the target stronger and for a longer period of time, which is why, clients, patients can expect that extended duration of up to 6 months.
So I'm going to bring this to Ronnie. With a regular, so what are we looking at? If someone was new to this and they have never had a neuromodulator or a Botox, and they all basically do the same thing,
Correct.
They're freezing that muscle movement,
Right.
and they're stopping you from making those repetitive movements that give you wrinkles, and they kind of give you a little bit of a lift.
Dynamic wrinkles.
So what is the general duration of like an average Botox or a Xeomin or?
We're seeing at those patients back, it's 3-4 months. They're moving their head around and they go, oh, I need more Botox. So, and there's also those patients that, will use Botox on, and they've been getting it since 2002.
Yep.
And at this point, a month in, and their body's already eaten up that Botox and they need more. So I think that's where Daxxify is really also going to be a huge help for those patients.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a niche for sure. So we like to call those patients high metabolizers.
Yeah.
And for those patients that are high metabolizers, let's say, for example, I'll use myself as an example. I fell in that category, and I would get a maximum of 2 months out of a traditional tox.
Okay.
And would need to be retreated. So for someone like myself, I'm waiting to see, because I'm full transparency, I have been Daxxified. So I'm
Beautiful.
waiting to see now, to speak from experience. I will be thrilled if I can get 4 months. So for those patients that are high metabolizers, we're gonna strive for double the duration of your traditional tox. And then anything you get outside of double the duration is bonus. So
Absolutely.
double the duration or up to 6 months duration, depending on the patient.
And I know, so a question that I know will be asked just from working with people in the industry for so long is like, it's not a change in strength, it's duration of how much time. So it's not going to make them look like they have more of a frozen appearance or anything like that. It's just going to, that peptide's extending their duration.
Correct.
And that's pretty much it.
It's the same core neurotoxin as Botox, Dysport, Xeomin, Jeuveau. It's that same core neurotoxin. The differentiator is in the peptide technology and that positively charged peptide that's seeking out the negatively charged core neuromodulator. So.
And when they create this product, because I know RHA, which I was really interested in, and they use kind of like a sous vide type of situation for a cleaner product.
Yeah.
So is Daxxify kind of using similar technologies to have like a cleaner product?
Yeah.
And that's why they replace with the peptide.
It's actually, I'm so happy you brought that up, because essentially Daxxify is the cleanest neuromodulator on the market because it is a peptide driven product, as opposed to we'll call them traditional neuromodulators, that class that lasts 3 to 4 months. Every neuromodulator in that class contains HSA, or human serum albumin, and a lot of people don't realize that the neuromodulators that are currently available prior to Daxxify are actually, have human and animal components in them because of that HSA. So Daxxify is free of HSA, and HSA is replaced by the peptide exchange technology. So it is cleaner.
So I take it, people would have less potential reactions, adverse reactions from this product.
And if you're a vegan, Daxxify.
Exactly. Exactly. Yes, for sure. For sure. So, any other questions, thoughts? Let's keep it going.
Yeah, for sure. So can this product basically could be used in every single capacity that Botox has been used, in all the other areas that it's used in? Okay.
So we are launching with an indication for the glabellar lines, which is your 11s as we know them. And then we are in phase 2 clinical trials for the crow's feet and frontalis. We're going to leave that up to Dr. Collini, and he can discuss with his other colleagues, his other injector colleagues nationally about how they may be using it. So we'll leave it at that.
So one of the questions that will definitely come up to us, because this is always a big thing, I know it's a thing for myself. So double the stay power, double the time frame. Are we looking at a higher cost for that kind of convenience?
Okay, great question, and it does come up often in conversations such as this. So simple answer is yes, it will be associated with a higher cost, but as you probably would expect it to be, you have a product that is essentially giving you double the duration of your current neuromodulator, so you would expect to pay more for that. I don't think you all determined what your pricing is going to be yet, but the safe answer is yes. But I'll leave you with an example of something that might resonate more with your audience. Let's say, you have a Keurig and you buy K-Cups. You have the option of purchasing a box of 12 K-Cups whenever you go to the grocery store, and you know what your price is, or when you go to Costco or a big box store, Sam's Club and whatnot, you can purchase a 50 or a 60 K-Cup package, knowing full well that you're going to pay more for that larger quantity than you would for the smaller quantity at the regular grocery store. Most of us don't even think twice. We throw the big jumbo box in our cart, and we know that we're not going to have to think about buying K-Cups for at least another.
We're happy we have our K-Cups.
I say 3 to 4 months, depending on how much coffee or But we just know we're not going to have to buy it as often, and we don't even think of the extra cost associated with it. The same is going to, you can apply that same example to Daxxify. You're coming in, you're paying for convenience, you're paying for innovation, but really, if you look at how many times you need to be treated with a tox over the course of a year, you're typically only going to need to be treated twice with Daxxify, whereas with the traditional neuromodulators can be 3 or 4 times. And at the end of the year, if you did the math, you're actually saving money with Daxxify because
sure.
you're paying a little bit more at the time of your treatment, but over the course of the year, it's a savings of not only money, but your convenient, your time, and then you're getting innovation that hasn't been seen in this industry in the tox space for 20 plus years. So.
Yeah, just the convenience for me.
Yeah.
As someone that gets Botox, you know, it's hard when you're treating everyone else. It's hard to get that time
yes.
frame.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to try. I'm super interested to see what kind of stay power I'll get and try the product.
Well, we can't wait for Team Kalini to be Daxxify.
As soon as we can, we're all going to be Daxxified. You know, we're into it.
Yes.
So you know what? Let's kind of take it there. So you know, it will be available here at the Renaissance Center sooner rather than later. It is March 1st today, which sounds crazy, and I'm so excited.
Does
It's
sound
March
crazy.
1st.
It does.
So in
Thank God.
next week at this time, you can all make your appointment to be Daxxified. It will be available
Yes.
here at
Really
the Renaissance
exciting.
Center. So,
Very exciting.
mhm. Yeah.
Yes. So, does anyone else have anything to add? No?
Do I have any volunteers?
We will all volunteer pretty
When
much.
this starts fading away, then
We will
yes,
volunteer
you
for
can Daxxify
sure.
me.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, so if you have any questions for us, you can always write in the comments. You could also write in the comments what you'd like to see in our future videos. You can call us at 570-674-6525, and you can get your appointment booked for Daxxify. And we will see you next time with our new topic.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.